marry this chick only to find out that her father's like, I don't fuck with you. Like, I don't see why people get mad when the holidays reveal that you're incompatible with someone else. Because that's what they're supposed to do. If your family likes to sit around and drink Budweiser, and nigga, if your family likes to sit around and drink Budweiser, and you know in your heart of hearts that you're a Miller Lite man, it just ain't gonna work.
I know this bitch fake, but
it's just not gonna work. You gotta sometimes just accept that you are different than other people, and there's not a problem. That's okay. It's okay for things not to work out.
Yeah.
But niggas always want it to work out. They always do. They always be crying and whining and complaining to Twitter. My girl didn't invite me to Thanksgiving, but I saw on Instagram that she posted pictures with someone who conveniently looks like her ex. I'm sorry, dude. That just ain't the chick for you.
Drop that bitch.
Like, you need to drop her like a bad habit, because if she told you...
Or cheat on her, make sure she catches you, and then deny it entirely.
No, there was a couple of those too, but those were always like the worst case ones where it's like, my boyfriend doesn't have great whatever, and now I'm fucking his cousin. It's like, you're nasty.
Oh.
You nasty. You're just a trashy, nasty ass person. And you know what? I hope you catch AIDS and you die. And I know that I took it to a very dark place, but I'm sorry. You cheat on a nigga with his homeboy. You cheat with a cousin, you're liable to get killed. And you know what? If I'm on that jury, I'm not convicted. I feel like that was plausible insanity. Plausible insanity.
Funny thing is, this is what niggas really consider a homeboy. If it's a nigga you know, he's not your homeboy.
Yes, it can't just be a nigga you know. It has to be an actual homeboy, like actual friend, actual nigga this man talks to more than twice a year. It can't just be some nigga that he saw this one time with your homeboy and they dapped it up. And that's his homeboy. That's not his homeboy. That's just an acquaintance. That's just a regular nigga.
And when is it acceptable to hit a woman?
Never.
Bullshit.
Never. It's never going to be acceptable for you to hit a woman because you're stronger and more powerful than her.
Well, she better
but if she has a weapon,
if she has a weapon, then you deck that motherfucking bitch like your life depends on it.
No, man.
No. So to answer your question, RB, if she has a weapon, you're allowed to punch her in the face.
If you're in a position where you can't get out and she's blocking your only exit and she has a weapon,
again, I said if she has a weapon,
catch these hands.
I said if she has a weapon, yes, but she has to have a weapon with intent to use, not just holding that steak knife while looking at you angrily because you slept with her best friend.
Now, what I am going to say,
she came on to me. What?
Wait, hear me out now. Now, what I am going to say is, I'm not going to say you just beat her to a bloody pulp or nothing like that. But what I am saying is, if you're able to get the weapon from her,
quick shots,
you know what I'm saying?
Get the weapon.
No, not even then. You know what I'm saying? I feel like depends on what the weapon is. It's going to depend on what you're going to
do. Might want to get video evidence.
Even that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she comes at you with like a knife or some shit like that, then yeah, you definitely
gonna get a knife. This is a knife.
It's a knife.
There you go. Then something's gonna happen.
It's a good.
But I'm not gonna take the knife and then hit you back with it. You know what I'm saying? Or stab you back with it, or cut you back with it, nothing like that. I'll take it from you.
I feel like anytime you feel like you've been disrespected as a man to a point where you want to hit a bitch, you should hit that bitch.
I feel like if you get disrespected, then boo-hoo, no one cares about your fucking tears.
Exactly.
Push that shit down deep and leave.
It's not even about what's going on. It's about how you feel. Like I've seen weird situations in life. It just depends. Like if she hits you and you like, it ain't hurt, but I feel like I look like a bitch right
now. Again, don't do it.
I've never hit a woman.
So Ari, you asked a very interesting question. I don't think that it's ever okay for you to hit a woman, but if someone has a weapon, please defend yourself. I think that's something that all of us here can agree on. Wouldn't you say so, Armstead?
Yes.
I mean, at all times, you should just be wary of being caught in situations where it's just you and a woman, and she's, maybe having like episode. Because if she does begin to pull the weapon now, you're gonna need video evidence. You're gonna need to be able to show. You're gonna need one of them body cams that the police are supposed to be wearing that they conveniently.
If that episode starts to become reruns, you need to get about it.
The episode ever hits a rerun, it's time for you to get out of there because there's nothing like someone doing the same thing over and over again. That's kind of what you need to know. If someone's repeating this, then that's part of them, and you can't fix that. That's what Black Twitter over this weekend didn't seem to understand. If your boyfriend is cheating on you, if your girlfriend fucked your cousin, if your girlfriend is deciding to hoe it on at her college and keeps telling you that she really loves you, that doesn't mean shit. You believe people when they say who they are. And if a girl says, I'm really fucking crazy, that's nigga run. Like that's not cute. That's not cool. Gentlemen, do you have anything else for this episode of the Everyday Black Men podcast?
I have one more thing.
Oh, please.
How do you break up with people?
You break up with people surgically.
I'm thinking text message.
I mean, if you break up with somebody via text message, as someone who's done that before, it doesn't go as well as what you would.
I feel it really depends on how long y'all been together. Because if y'all been,
I don't think that shit to do with it, but
it does. Because
finish. I'm sorry.
Yeah, hear me out. After a while, when you be with somebody for a long time, and let's just say y'all live in two different places. Sometimes you'll be over there more often. You start leaving stuff over there sometimes, or maybe sometimes vice versa. I mean, you say don't do that.
Keep a go bag in your car. Take that shit back with you.
Anyway,
when she decides to give you a toothbrush, nigga, run.
I'm just saying, man. Like just sometimes, man, you might.
That's how you get trapped in this, Armstead. That's how you get trapped in that.
But you know what? She graduated.
She graduated. You can live through anything if magic made it.
But I feel like it depends on the situation. You can do it through a text message sometime. Just especially if it's in the early stages. I don't feel like you should ever break up with text messages. As someone who's done that before, yeah. It's just the level of anger that it creates. It's kind of like that whole weapon situation we were just talking about briefly there. It just creates that kind of thing. But I don't think a female will actually,
because remember, women have never had to deal with rejection like men do. Men have to deal with rejection every day that they live past a certain age. And after a certain age, you know what it's like to get rejected. You know what it's like to get rejected. I know what it's like to get rejected. All of us know rejection. Move on to the next thing. Yeah. People who cry about rejection have problems. And you sound like you're talking from personal experience. Yeah. But no. Women don't have to deal with it. Exactly. That's how niggas who never get rejected have been. And that's the same reason that it happens to women like that. They
walk around and hate women and basically gay and don't want to talk about it.
Yes, that's also the other thing that happens. But that's exactly why it's like rejection is something that women don't get as often. So make it as nice as possible, which is have a face-to-face in a place like McDonald's. And if you need to, call your homeboy, Riker. I'll record the whole thing with you. And if you need it, I got the strap.
Shoot a bitch.
I mean, if someone meets all four things I need for...
Look, man, this is what I'm saying. If it's in the early stages,
she has to have a
you can easily send her a text.
She has to have made a threat.
This isn't going to work.
I won't tell you the fourth one, though.
I feel like after a certain amount of time, man, I think text messages will work in the beginning. Like, if you just know, like, after...
If you just stop talking to them, it's easier.
I mean, ghosting is a much better thing because everybody understands ghosting. It just takes them a while.
Yeah, like how long? It's been 2 days.
It ain't 2 days. It's been 2 weeks.
How long? Like, if somebody will text me in 2 days, I just assume we're ghosting each other.
You can't ghost each other. Whoever sent the message last, that's the person who's getting ghosted.
Not necessarily. Whatever you sent.
Nah. Whoever sent the message last, that's the person getting ghosted.
Shut up!
They argue right now like a bull. You
I sent her one, and then she sent me one 17 hours later. She coming. It's only been 24.
Oh shit!
It was 3:40 a.m. Oh shit! That was last Saturday. Go take us back. You ain't that boy. Get out.
Get out. But anyway, you know what? All that aside, we can go ahead and close out this episode of Everyday Black Men podcast. Follow us on Stitcher, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, and of course Spreaker.com. We're also on CastBox and any other directory service. Of course, on Twitter we are at EVYD Black Men, Everyday Black Men on Instagram, and the Everyday Black Men Facebook page. Peace.
Are you open the rap?